Who cares about your first salary? Forget about the money. Focus on experience and skills. The money will come later. Have you heard this advice before? Generally speaking, it's awful. I can't take it anymore. Like, all of these social media influencers are just spewing and regurgitating this post, and people are listening to them and encouraging it. It's terrible advice. Here are 3 reasons why you should not listen to this, okay? First of all, within your first week of working, I mean, sure, when you come your first day, you sit down on the job, you're like, oh, great firm, I'm doing what's right for me, I'm getting this awesome experience, I'm with such great people. A week in, you're going to look at the person sitting next to you who has less education than you, seems less qualified, and you find out they're making $25K more than you. There's no way to just remove that information from your brain. You're going to come into work every day feeling like you're being undervalued, underappreciated, and underpaid. There's nothing you could do about it. You just accepted a contract. What are you going to do? March into the office a week later and say, you know what, on second thought, I want more money. So you're just not going to feel good about yourself. That's just the reality. I went through this myself, and I can tell you that feeling is real. Number 2, whether it's legal or not, in some states, in the States, it's not, but still, at some point when you're looking for a new job, salary comes up. It always comes up. Whether it's even just you evaluating your self-worth, speaking to a recruiter, filling out a form online, talking to a friend, negotiating an offer, your previous salary does come up in some way, shape, or form. And if you were being paid $40K and now you're looking to make $100, that is going to seem insurmountable to you and to everyone else. So getting a strong baseline really helps. Number 3, and this should be obvious, cost of living. If you're making $40K at a finance role, like, that barely covers your rent. How are you going to pay for food? How are you going to pay for health insurance? How are you going to pay for your commute? It's just like, money's pretty important, right? Okay, now let's look at it from the other perspective. So is there some merit to this? Well, yeah, because you know what? The most important things in your first role are building up experience, which adds to your street value, picking up new skills, which also adds to your street value, increasing your network size, and making sure you like the industry you've chosen. So you work for 2-3 years, you realize, hey, this isn't for me, or I love this, let's keep going. Now, money isn't on that list, because in terms of long-term career goals, the first number you make doesn't really impact your long-term career. So it's not something that is important for your career planning, so to speak. But obviously, it's incredibly important. That's why when I hear this general advice, just don't worry about it, don't think twice about it. No, you certainly should think twice about it. It's extremely important for the reasons we mentioned earlier. However, for your career planning, it's not necessarily the most important. So when you get that lowball offer, generally, you have to think about it. Like, if you got an offer, so a lot of times people make this mistake. They say, well, it's the only offer I have. Yeah, but how long have you been looking? If you've been job searching for a week and you got a lowball offer, like, it's the only offer I have. Come on. For 1 week, you've been looking and already you got an offer. Tell them, no, thank you. That is too low for me. And either they'll offer you more, or now you had an offer. And the next time someone makes you an offer, you'd be like, I'm sorry, that's even lower. Or I already had an offer that I turned down. I'm not going to accept anything less than this. It gives you something to work with. But if you've been looking for 6 months and you got one offer in the entire 6-month period, and that offer is a pretty low offer, maybe you should consider it. I actually have a client who I suggested take a pretty low offer, I think it was a month or 2 ago. And almost right after, which is unusual, but almost right after, he got a bigger offer from somewhere else. And I told him, nope, sit tight, we're going to make it work. Yeah, that's generally, it's not the most important thing, but in the long run, it does actually make an impact, the money. One last thing to think about is money is why we work. There is nobody who goes to work because they love financial markets. I don't care what they tell you. Nobody goes to work because they love being in an office and hanging out with people. I tell people this. I love interacting with people, so work is great. Yeah, that's like a side benefit, but I could also go to the gym and hang out with people, and that would be great too, right? We work to make money, so let's establish a strong baseline so that later on it can be much bigger.